The LA Times gaslighters. It's weird. One of 15 cameras that I now have at this house. 2 German Shepherds, 3 legal guns. 5 years ago, didn't lock a door here, but you know what happened?
Stop scrolling right now. A massive Hollywood director just exploded on camera, absolutely torching the Los Angeles political machine over the horrifying crime wave destroying his neighborhood. The establishment is completely terrified of this level of anger.
Happened, 2 animals invaded my house. And no, I'm not racist because they were wearing masks. I don't know if they were white. I don't know if they were Jewish. I don't know if they were f***ing rabbis. I know they were animals because they invaded my house. I know I don't care what their excuses are, like a lot of you care. I know invaders of homes should get 20 years, but I'm not paranoid, so I don't believe your bullshit about the stats and the crime because everyone in my neighborhood has got the same problem. They're putting cameras and hiring security guards because we're all getting broken into. It's not made up. It's not false. And this city has collapsed in the last 5 years. There is no denying it unless you have an agenda, and I don't know what that is. But you say, oh, Spencer Pratt has no experience, so how can we possibly think about this? What experience did Karen Bass have?
Wait, did you catch the absolute raw anger pouring out of this guy? That is Doug Ellin, the creator of Entourage, completely going off on the Los Angeles political machine. He is a massive Hollywood figure, historically deep blue, openly screaming about how his city has totally collapsed in just 5 years. He brings up a point that resonates with millions right now. You cannot gaslight citizens who are physically watching their neighborhoods turn into war zones. When the media tries to downplay crime statistics, regular people who are suddenly forced to install 15 cameras, buy guard dogs, and stockpile legal firearms just laugh in their faces. This is the exact breaking point of progressive politics. People do not care about your perfectly crafted political resume if they are terrified to go to sleep at night. He literally asks what experience the current leadership actually has, which is the ultimate mic drop. Everyday residents are so thoroughly exhausted by career politicians failing to protect basic public safety that they are openly rebelling. This level of unfiltered frustration from the Hollywood elite is a massive warning sign for the establishment.
Ready for the best part? 60% of the people in Los Angeles that are experiencing homelessness, they're not from California. They've been brought here by NGOs that profit off of this homeless industrial complex. Medicaid.
Wait. They've been brought here?
They've been brought here.
Who did that?
Body brokers bring these people here.
From where?
All across the country. If you're an addict, you can come to LA and get these rehabs and use your Medicaid. You have a social security.
It's also, if you're going to be, shall we say, outdoors your whole life, it's better to be here than in Minneapolis.
100%.
You know,
so a lot of
I
these
think that's
people,
part of the attraction. I don't know if this is a big plot. Do you think this is a big...
There's a big part where this is, like I talk to these people who are now sober, off fentanyl, off meth, and they say they got literally brought here through a rehab, trying to get off drugs. Their money runs out, boom, left on the street.
Look at how thoroughly he dismantles the entire homelessness narrative right here on Bill Maher's podcast. Spencer Pratt is directly exposing the homeless industrial complex and the insane reality of body brokers. The mainstream media constantly pushes the idea that the street crisis is just a housing affordability issue, but Pratt drops a massive truth bomb. 60% of these people are actively being imported from out of state by nonprofits to exploit Medicaid funding. They literally ship addicts into Los Angeles for rehab, bleed their government benefits completely dry, and then just dump them on the pavement when the cash runs out. Bill Maher is physically stunned sitting across from him. This is exactly why an outsider candidate is surging right now. Traditional politicians are entirely compromised by the massive nonprofit ecosystem that profits off this exact misery, so they never talk about it. Pratt is bypassing the bureaucratic talking points and explicitly calling out the grift. When you finally have someone willing to state the obvious out loud, It completely shatters the carefully constructed illusion keeping these corrupt systems fully funded.
Vote by mail ballots were found burned inside a ballot box in Los Angeles just 2 days before the California primaries. Election officials discovered the damaged ballots and they filed a report with the police department. They say a separate voting center was also vandalized. Investigators are looking into both incidents and are working to identify any voters who have been affected.
Did you hear the absolute panic in that news report? We are just days away from one of the most consequential mayoral elections in Los Angeles history, and officials are already finding vote-by-mail ballots intentionally burned inside drop boxes and physical voting centers openly vandalized. This is the exact nightmare scenario that people have been warning about for years regarding unsecured drop boxes and mass mail-in voting. When the political establishment realizes they might actually lose their absolute grip on the deepest blue city in the country to a reality TV star, sudden anomalies start popping up everywhere. The sheer vulnerability of this system is glaringly obvious. You cannot have a high-stakes, highly contested election relying on unguarded metal boxes sitting on street corners. It completely destroys any semblance of public trust in the electoral process. If voters already feel like the local government has failed them on crime and homelessness, finding out their ballots are literally being set on fire is going to completely push them over the edge. This is why demanding in-person, secure voting is becoming the ultimate common sense requirement for election integrity.
It took me 3 years to get the solar turned on. Solar, something they want you to have.
But now they're taxing you, I think, for having it.
They are?
I think so.
What do you mean you think so? You
I
have
think,
to know,
I don't need to know about solar,
Okay,
I need to focus on making sure the moms are safe and the animals are not being abused. That's my party.
I know, but if you're the mayor...
the solar panels, that's going to be somebody I'm hiring. That's my deputy mayor is going to worry about the solar panels.
No, Spencer, I got bad news. If you're the mayor, you are going to have to learn some of these issues more.
Solar panels. We're about 3 years from worrying about solar panels. We need to get all the naked drug addicts off of the sidewalks, and then I can worry about solar panels.
But we can't walk and chew gum at the same time.
With the state of LA right now, the solar panels, you can spit that gum out. I love the idea of getting the drug addicts treatment and giving them job opportunities. And if we need more solar panels, personally, I think we got to investigate the LADWP, why you even need a solar panel. You pay so much money for regular electricity that we got to check why our rates are going up 10% plus every month. And we're not getting better electricity. Alkaline water is not coming out of our tap. So I'll get back to you on the solar panels, but it's my totem pole is make sure people don't have home invasions every single night.
Right.
Make sure
Pay close attention to how Spencer Pratt effortlessly swats down this gotcha question. Bill Maher tries to trap him on the intricacies of municipal solar panel policy, attempting to expose his lack of political experience. But Pratt completely flips the script with a dose of brutal, undeniable reality. He flat out says that until the naked drug addicts are cleared off the sidewalks, nobody gives a damn about solar panels. That is the exact populist messaging that is causing a massive political earthquake in California. The current political elite are obsessed with passing ultra-progressive climate initiatives and massive bureaucratic vanity projects, while entirely ignoring the fact that everyday citizens cannot safely walk down their own streets. Pratt correctly points out that residents are paying exorbitant utility rates for failing infrastructure while the city burns. Why worry about a 10% rate hike on green energy when you are terrified of a violent home invasion? He masterfully exposes the massive disconnect between the luxury beliefs of the political class and the desperate, basic survival needs of the actual tax-paying public.
I'm a registered Republican, but my supporters are all Democrats because Los Angeles is all Democrats. All the people financing me are Democrats. All the meetings I take every day are Democrats. Democrats are very angry with what happened to Los Angeles. I have Republicans that love me. I have Democrats that love me. I have independents that love me.
Hold up. Listen to this staggering admission right here. Spencer Pratt is openly explaining the wildest political realignment happening in modern history. He is explicitly stating that he is a registered Republican running in a city that is overwhelmingly Democrat, yet his entire financial backing and daily support system is coming strictly from Democrats. This completely breaks the traditional political matrix. For decades, the media has told us that party loyalty is absolute and that voters will never cross the aisle. But when a city becomes fundamentally unlivable, tribalism completely evaporates. The residents of Los Angeles are so unbelievably angry with the rampant crime, filthy streets, and total bureaucratic failure that they simply do not care about the letter next to a candidate's name anymore. They are aggressively funding an outsider because the establishment has betrayed them so deeply. When hardcore, lifelong progressives start throwing their money at a Republican disruptor just to survive, you are witnessing a profound collapse of the ruling political machine. They are choosing basic safety and common sense over blind party allegiance.
I'm a registered Republican, but my supporters are all Democrats because Los Angeles is all Democrats. All the people financing me are Democrats. All the meetings I take every day are Democrats. Democrats are very angry with what happened to Los Angeles. I have Republicans that love me. I have Democrats that love me. I have independents that love me.
Check out the absolute confidence radiating from this guy. When he is directly asked about the potential for election fraud or shady political tricks, he doesn't complain or make excuses. He just drops a blunt, undeniable strategy: outvote the cheating. He is actively mobilizing the most powerful, untapped demographic in the entire city: angry moms and animal lovers. Pratt recognizes that the only way to beat an entrenched, highly funded political machine is to absolutely overwhelm the system with raw, undeniable numbers. He is actively dismantling the voter apathy that plagues local elections. By telling people to physically go vote immediately, rather than just complaining on social media, he is translating internet outrage into actual, tangible political power. The establishment relies heavily on low voter turnout to maintain their grip, banking on the fact that frustrated citizens will just stay home and accept defeat. Pratt is completely destroying that apathy, turning civic frustration into an aggressive, highly motivated voting bloc that refuses to be ignored.
A new poll shows Pratt leading Bass in the race. If any of the candidates don't get 50% of the vote on Tuesday, the race will go into a runoff with the top two candidates.
Watch this news anchor deliver the exact update that is sending absolute shockwaves through the political establishment. A brand new poll officially shows a reality TV star actually leading the sitting incumbent mayor in a major election. This isn't a statistical error. It is a full-blown political rebellion. For a complete outsider to even force a runoff in a city as deeply entrenched as Los Angeles is a monumental achievement. But to actually take the lead proves that the progressive hold on California is completely fracturing. The legacy media and political consultants spent months laughing off his campaign as a massive stunt. They assumed the voters were too programmed to ever turn their backs on the political elite. But numbers simply do not lie. When the daily reality of urban decay becomes impossible to ignore, voters will aggressively correct the course. This tiny news clip represents the absolute worst nightmare for career politicians everywhere: the horrifying realization that they can actually be fired and replaced by the everyday people they have neglected for decades. The political matrix is breaking down in real time. Hit subscribe, drop your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next breakdown.